Hi, this is Paula Brown. I'm a artist, animal communicator. I help pet parents hear their pets, actually hear them and their pets' needs so both can go from hurt to happy. I do soul talk with both fur and fur folks with my business, The Heart of Conversation. Today, I'm with a very special person, with Deb Moore. She's a special fur folk trainer and lover. We met with one of my animal communication sessions, and Deb is one of my Fur Folk Talk students. Hi, Deb.
Hi, Paula. How you
Yeah,
doing?
nice to have you here. I want to introduce Deb a little bit. She's owned her own dog training business since 2011, offering training and behavioral services from Puppyhood Foundation through therapy dog certification. Here's a few Deb facts. I'm going to read them off for you. She's an AKC evaluator for Canine Good Citizen and Dog Trick programs, as well as a tester observer for Alliance of Therapy Dogs. And she is an associate animal behavioral consultant for the dog division through the IAABC and professional member of the Association of Professional Dog Trainers and the Pet Professional Guild. And she is actually beginning a new adventure named Positively Puppies in this new year. So that was a mouthful, but what do you have to say? What are you up to now, Deb?
Well, I'm really excited about Positively Puppies. I think I have a very soft place in my heart for dogs, period, but for puppies because they're misunderstood. They're babies. They need a lot of patience and understanding, and if you give them a good, solid foundation with love and understanding, you're going to have a much
That's
stronger, centered dog
That's
as they grow.
great. And that brings me to my chief question. Why did you choose to become a trainer?
Well, I've had this as far back as I can remember as a child. I've had a connection with animals, and I've really drawn to dogs, although I love kitties too. And when an opportunity arose, and I just wanted to learn more about the dogs and really the best types of training, what's the most effective, and the more I delved into it, the more interested I became until finally I just started doing it full time. It started with my Newfie, with a
Oh,
Newfoundland, and a lot of years later, um, it's just a great love. Every single day, I feel very blessed to have the association with the animals.
well, that's great. Well, what caused you to start this with your Newfie? Did you have a behavioral issue with your dog?
Well, I'd had large dogs, but I'd never had a giant breed dog before. And what I didn't know then was all the things that you see, the behaviors and things you see in puppies. It's the same in a Yorkie as it would be in a Newfie. The difference is the Newfie is about 20 times bigger than the Yorkie. So everything is magnified. And so that was the first time I had gone to a professional trainer, and it helped me understand him a lot.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it
yeah.
just kind of snowballed. It was like, oh wow, I'm doing so much better. I want to know more. So
It sort of sounds like it was a meant to be thing, and that Newfie was a
yeah,
big gift in your life because, maybe it wouldn't have happened with a little Yorkie because, a Yorkie coming at you and kissing and hugging you is a lot different than a Newfie coming at you, kissing and hugging you. So I think that's grand. And I also picked up while you were a student that there's other reasons why you became a trainer. You seem to be able to communicate with animals very, very well, heart to heart. And I just would love to have you tell me, why did you enroll in my animal communications Fur Folk Talk class? And then has this helped you in your professional or personal life?
well, I think what you do is I am in awe. I have been. It's fascinating, but just that ability to take your communication a step further. We can, a lot of times we look at animals and we run it through our human processor, and we think we're seeing something that the animal isn't showing us, but we think because we know what a human, when they have that behavior, what it means. So in trying to learn more about animals and the way they think, the science part of it, I thought it would be wonderful and I could do a much better job for the animal and their person if I could come from more a spiritual place too. So we can kind of roll the things together for the whole package of being the best humans we can be for our dogs and helping our dogs and cats understand us better.
Yeah, you had an amazing experience when you were having a physical emergency about communicating with your own dogs and calming them down. I just so respect that. And Deb just was communicating with everybody's animals during the class, and everybody was looking forward to Deb's reads because they were so spot on. And at the end, she says, "Did I get it correct?" And I said, "Yeah, yeah, you got it correct. You're doing it." So, I hope that it's created a little bit more confidence in communicating and sort of melding the body, mind, soul together, and to help other people. Can you give us a quick training tip that you can give to all the folks out there, the pet parents that could be having a little bit of problems?
Well, I would say the best training tip I can give is that when you start getting frustrated with your animal, to take a step back and try and see things from their perspective.
Yeah.
Because when you get frustrated, that gets reflected back to your dog or cat, and they will start getting frustrated. And then but if you can step back and see from their perspective what they may be coming at, maybe they don't understand the words, or maybe they're feeling confused about something, or maybe they just need a couple minutes to process instead of doing it in a nanosecond. It will give you a much better, more positive relationship with your animal and a much calmer one from both.
Yeah, yeah. You had told me earlier that by engaging them when they're doing a behavior, you're actually approving that behavior, and you may not be knowing that. Can you give me a quick sentence on that one?
Sure. It's what we do as humans, we don't realize, but we can be reinforcing a behavior we don't want. We see it going on for week after week and go, what is wrong with this stubborn dog? Nothing. We accidentally have reinforced it. Jumping up is a great example. We go to push them down when they jump up because they're happy to see us and want attention. And when we touch them to push them down, that's reinforcing that behavior. Oh, yeah, they're touching me. When we make direct eye contact and start talking and having a conversation, oh, well, that's really engaging them. So if you can learn how to step back and not engage your dog, not touch your dog, don't raise your voice yelling at your dog. Just give them a chance to learn a different way to communicate by sitting down or just being four on the floor.
Yeah,
Once
yeah.
they learn that and you reward them, then that's when they get the attention and maybe a little treat instead of jumping up and down. And then you start getting angry face.
Yeah, that's true. I have a cat that's always on the counter, and I constantly have angry face, but I step back. Yet, it's like me telling somebody to take a deep breath, and they know that they're supposed to be doing it, but they don't know how. So you have to actually tell them how to breathe. And so that last comment you had was really important, because you can tell somebody to pause, but they've already reinforced that situation with them, so they don't even know that they've reinforced it. So I'm really grateful for your tip, because it makes me watch what I'm doing around my household. And earlier, Deb and I were talking about what I do, and she asked me about what does energy work, pendulum work, and chakra work have to do with the fulfilling the communications, because a lot of people feel communications are the big part, and it's only part. Energy and pendulum give you the energetic reading on why and the cause of the behavior or the emotional issues that the animal's having. So all those things with flower essences, dowsing, and pendulum, it's really good to do for your animals, because you're getting the whole body, mind, soul connection, like you were talking about earlier, about you get the whole picture. And so with the energetics, that's the part that really tells the truth. The communication is the way the animal's feeling. And so, it's a big component. So that's my tip. find out a little bit more about flower essences, about dowsing, yes and no, pendulum work, energy work. It's just a lot of fun, and it's so true. So that's it for me. And I just want to thank Deb very much for talking with us today. And I so enjoy her new adventure. I'm going to share a screen share of how to get a hold of Deb. And let me see if I can do that. Okay. There's Deb. She's going to be Positively Puppies. And her phone number is 804-539-2362. And you can reach her at positivelypuppies1@gmail.com. And Deb, what part of the country are you from so they can get the time zone correct?
I'm in the Mid-Atlantic. I'm in Virginia.
Ah, see, there you go. So she's sort of right in the middle of the Eastern Seaboard area. So pay attention, because all you people out there, get a hold of her. She's really great over the phone. She's very great, in person, and I just love her to death. So thank you. And
Thank
I'm
you.
going to stop the share. So get a hold of Deb at Positively Puppies. Yay!
Thank you, Paula.
Yeah, and I'm going to now share where you can get a hold of me. And I think most of you know anyway, but it's always good to say, hi, I'm Paula Brown, the Heart of Conversation. And my website is www.animalhearttalk.com. And there's my email there. You just do paula@animalhearttalk.com. And I'd love to hear from you. And I'd love to be of help to you all. And that's me. That's moi. And I'm a heartist. So I'm a fine artist, and I'm a heart to heart soul talker. So I love to share soul stories. And I have a great Facebook group called For Folk Soul Stories. So look it up. It's a lot of fun. That's me. And this is us, Deb and me. And I just want to thank you so much for sharing a little bit with me this morning. And I really want to wish you luck with your new adventure. And I just want to say aloha and thank you very much, Deb.
Thank you, and thank you for having me. And I hope we all just have a wonderful upcoming year.
Yes. And I believe that, everything's bright, that we can make the world a better place by being just the best we can possibly be in our own ways, and learn a lot from our fur folks. So with that, I say, check out Deb for training ourselves. It's ourselves, not our fur folks. So Deb trains people too. So I want to wish you a fond aloha, lots of love, lots of joy, lots of peace. And this is Paula Brown, Heart of Conversation, signing off. Aloha.